The book say, fret not thyself of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither it as the green herbs. Trust in the Lord, and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Food will come to thee. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desire of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his ways, because of the man who bringeth wicked device to his past. You have to understand the Bible. Yes, it says, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Because for anger and forsake wrath, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in the ways to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait on the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt delight, consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. I talk about Psalms 37. And we also say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. For his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Yes, Rasta. Yes. God of grace, we give you thanks. Welcome, morning, everybody. Morning, and welcome. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. This is the program where we allow you to speak on a Sunday morning. It's not the program that we invite guests. It's more so a program where your say and a lot of things happening. Holy. And therefore, we're making a lot of space. But before we get to the phone lines, just give me a chance to say a few words of mine. My views. My views. It is not the clothes that you wear that defiles you. It is what comes out of you. Your actions. So your track record precedes you. And why you can't take anything for granted in the Naira bill. That bill too, that the intention is good intention. But good intention don't necessarily make good laws. So the Naira bill must be as close as possible to perfect. We're not seeking for it to be perfect. Perfection is for God alone. Man does not possess that ability. But we must aim for the skies, and if we reach the stars or the clouds, then we'll still be in good stead. You can't lay it bare upon the ground. The worst. No. And I say all of that to really refer to the Prime Minister. And some people are saying, if I get off of the government back, and I am a part of the government. I'm a part of the government. I am a director of this company called Jamaica. And therefore, I have a say. I am a part owner. So you can't tell me because you don't see what is wrong, because you refuse to look, because the facts are there that it is wrong. It is not an opinion that it is wrong. They love to talk, especially the Senator Marlon Morgan, hold on, nephew, love to talk about we are a country of laws. Yes. And a country with statutes and conventions. And when the Constitution speaks, then it is a statement of facts if the court speak that you have breached the Constitution. And we are saying that Andrew Holness is a part of the issue. Here it is. What time and place it is for the court to rule on the Bengal matter. And we know that there have been other constitutional breach that the court has found Andrew Holness wanting. One more, the predated resignation letters. So the Prime Minister is known by his track record of breaching the Constitution. And to take these stepping orders onto him alone, where he can step in and give authorization over the government agencies with the technical people, and do that without any opposing advice in writing. So how can we, as rational beings, not write all that we find wrong with the bill? So what we are saying, the intent of ANARA is something that I think every Jamaican support. And we hear the Prime Minister building up a straw man and trying to hit it down, that people are saying that the UDC should do it or whatever. People can have any opinion. But I am sure I don't hear nobody say them don't agree with the intent of a bill, of a structure, of an entity to oversee the rebuilding of Jamaica and do it quickly. But that bill, Mr. Prime Minister, must not make the mistakes that other people make. If you live by your mistakes alone, you'll be a dead man, yo. You have to live by your mistakes and other people's mistake. So come now. Again, with all that we know before, the court ruled. And I'm playing this before I take any call. Never just hold the line because I have to lay this beer on the table. There are three arms of government. And the legislatures, who are the members of parliament, the executive, who are the members of the cabinet, and the judiciary, who really interpret the laws. Let me tell you, before I play it, the legislative arm of government, they make laws. It's not a court. They make the laws for the court. That is the legislative arm of government. They make laws, create bills like what they're doing now. You saw them at work Tuesday night, and I must congratulate them. All of them, all 60, all the members who were in the house Tuesday night should be congratulated for the effort and the time they put in. We have to respect that. So now, when the legislature make laws, the executive is like the policy arm of government. They make the policies, and those policies must fit within the laws. Yeah? And when those policies breach the laws, the judiciary interpret the laws and tell you where it come down. Yeah? So here is the judiciary making a ruling on the chairman of the executive, and the chairman or the president or the prime minister of the legislative arm, which they have done many times. Let's go. Oh, hold on, Mr. Engineer. Hold on, man. Easy, Mr. Engineer. Hold on.
It's a 94-page judgment.
Let's take it back.
Additional reactions to the Constitutional Court's ruling for the Bengal mining lease. And it's a 94-page judgment. It's a very, very thorough judgment. And the court, during the judgment, points to the regulatory authority, that's the Natural Resources Conservation Authority, is having refused the application for the permit. The authority expressly stated that the proposed development should not be approved and identified likely harm to natural resources and public health. They made reference to what they call the trenchant objection from the Forestry Department, identifying irreplaceable loss of dry limestone forests, failure of post-quarry reforestation efforts at other sites, and the importance of the forest, including oxygen production, water filtration, and so on. And then they go down, they say a little later on, and I want to read this because this is really important. They speak about the minister's treatment of the environmental evidence. And of course, this is the minister of what was then economic growth and job creation, now economic growth and infrastructure development, which is the prime minister. It said, and it speaks of his treatment of the environmental evidence. It says the concerns before him were considerable and wide-ranging. They covered biodiversity, hydrology, air quality, public health, scenic value, and the impossibility of restoring the lost forest despite any post-quarry rehabilitation efforts. The NRCA is a body charged by law with environmental protection. Its assessments carry substantial weight. The court said it is not saying that the minister has to agree with the NRCA, but once he chose to disagree, there had to be a clear evidence-based reason justification for doing so. There has to be something explaining why the authority's conclusion was wrong, overstated, or sufficiently answered. There is no such reasoning before the court. And the court said the minister hearing the appeal remained bound by the Constitution. And let me bring in at this point.
So, when you listen to that, you are saying that this man must give him unfettered powers? That's what you're trying to tell me? That this man must be given unfettered powers? No, it can't be. It cannot be. And here's the court ruling, on this matter. Neville, morning.
Morning, Mr. Bill. How you do, man?
I am fine, thanks.
Morning to you and your followers and listeners. I notice your dressing is like the goodly reverend them, and I get the impression that you give your life fully to the Lord. And if that is so,
I am a child of God.
Thank you. And if that is so, it means to say that you will have a more balance in your what you call
is God balance?
Your monitor, meaning that the playing field would have to be fair with PNP callers and JLP callers, and no bias is shown towards anyone. Anyway, what I call you about, as I know your program is for every little thing, is athletic sports this morning.
Yes, the man them just qualify. I don't know what going on with the 4x4.
The world relay.
Yes, and the men just qualify for the world championship in the 4x100.
Hold on. The mix 4x1, which is with 2 men and 2 women.
But that was yesterday.
No, that you qualified for
the final is today.
Today.
Yeah, the final is when? No?
We just win the gold.
And we brought the world record again?
And we lower the world record again.
Tala! I was going to watch it, but Lord, TV them, with the TV them there to the studio, and then this TV in the studio, I'm gonna hook it up from a reach.
What that mean, we get 40,000 US.
And we get some diamonds too, right?
We get the gold, we should have a diamond in it.
Yes.
And we will be going on to another meet by September, the top 16, where you'll be running for 80,000.
That's the world championship.
No.
When is the world championship? When is the world championship?
The world championship will be Beijing next year.
Is next year world champions? Why do you think of this year?
Yes. No, we're not. The only championship we have this year is Commonwealth.
Oh, okay.
So this year basically is a blank year
for athletics
on the world stage. The world stage. So we're then going to have a meet this year with the top 6 relay team them from the world relay this year.
On the hope we can get our best runners out there. I'd love to see Mr. Thompson and Mr. Civil and Mr. Blake.
No. They can't qualify for that meet because they come through the second round. You'd have to reach the final. Qualify for the final.
So Jamaica is not in the final?
Jamaica win back and get a spot for the 4x4 for men.
No, man. 4x4 for men get spot?
Then just qualify for men.
A 4 them coming out racing, brother.
No, but then get another chance today.
Then that 4x4 they run on the man and come 4th.
Oh, beg your pardon. I was talking at you. I was mentioning 4x1.
Oh, the 4x1 qualify, man.
4x1 qualify for an automatically spot.
Yeah, man,
next
to the world championship, yes.
But then can't go to the other meet this year for the 80,000 because they never reached the top 8.
Okay,
but there is still hopes, for the women 4x4 and the men 4x4.
But what is happening? What is happening with our 4x4? Remember, we never go Olympics last year.
We're just not producing the good quarter milers like years gone by.
But you see, let me tell you something. And that's why sports grow when PNP is in government and flourish. Because there has to be in Jamaica, where we have a small economy and a small population relative to the larger countries, we have to invest in our athletes. You think it was by chance that we went to World Cup '98, and you think it's bad luck why we not qualify this time around?
Mr. Bell,
what?
You clearly you change your clothes to reverend clothes, but you don't change. This GLP government spend more funds athletics than any other government in Jamaica.
No, but listen, you can't just look at the numbers, because what a million could do in 1998, it's going to take you 100 million to do it today. So you can't just look at mere numbers.
Colin, it is just a cycle. It is just a cycle.
No. Them things they know are science, brother. And a buck up. Once you have the talent, I'm not saying we're going to always win the goal, but once you have the talent, you're supposed to be able to qualify for the World Cup. I think we have the talent to do that consistently. But government has to assist from grassroots level come right up. And this government has failed us.
I would agree with you that where cricket is concerned in Jamaica,
I don't go
the
cricket, man. Them
government is
spending
a
on athletics, but
disaster.
where the thing reach
This is a
now,
disaster.
Neville.
The government don't spend no money on cricket in Jamaica. We lose all as a 3-time winner for the Caribbean
Premier League.
2020. It was a disgrace to see that we missed out where they have a team one at a time. I agree with you that the government fall down where cricket is concerned.
And they
It
have
was
not
a
spent much in football neither. The kind of effort that football needs, they have not gone to that limit. We don't say they not spend nothing, you know, but it needs more than what they did so far.
Where athletics is concerned, this GLP government has spent more money on athletics than any other government
I tell you,
in this country.
more money in this instance is relative. More money by mere numbers.
You're talking about the value of the money now.
Yeah, and what they should have done. What they should have done more. The government never get involved in a Jamaica World Cup qualify campaign to the level that we should qualify, because this qualifiers is the easiest chance we have ever gotten to go to the World Cup. And we shelving. But I'm going to run.
I'm not getting. Yeah, before you go, we pick up as the silver medal in the 4x4 mixed for men and with 2 men, 2 women. We get the silver for that one.
Then I need to just tell me, say, we win gold in
no, we get the silver, we get the gold for 4x1. And we just get the silver now for the mix.
Then on the mix, we set the record in, and I just say we lower the record.
We lower the record in the 4x1. A 2 mix to have, you know. We lower the record.
Oh, you have the 4x1 mix. Yes, you have the 4x1 mix and the 4x4 mix.
Right.
Okay.
All right. We get the gold with that.
And we get the gold silver in the 4x4 mix.
Mix.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Neville. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Morning, Colin. Colin, good morning.
Speak up for me, you're very low.
Good morning, Colin. I have an issue. You know, the nephew come on, the nephew call, you can't nephew on for a long time. And after nephew hang up, and when other people call, you try to tell them, hurry up and make their point because other people want to call you.
Well,
You always do that. Always
means...
keep radio on, and when other people call, you try to hurry them up to make their point. Okay, then you're talking about bias. Tell them to go watch the parliament when it's in session. Nobody is more biased than the Speaker of the House. So he needs to stop talking about bias. He calls the program, he gets so many opportunities to speak, and nobody is running him up. Well, what is he talking about?
Caller? No, man, I was listening to you, caller. Don't believe I wasn't listening to you. I was listening to you. But you hear me talking to somebody, but you are the only person who could hear me. The people on the platform couldn't hear that discussion. Excellence, morning.
Colin.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, my brother and friend.
Turn off the instrument in your background.
Perfectly. That's.
Go ahead.
So, Colin, boy, we are at a crossroad. And I hope Jamaica and Jamaicans are seeing what's taking place. The court ruled last week on the Bengal mining situation, the Bengal mining permit. And as a little boy growing up in the country, I learned a particular phrase. It says, take sleep and mark death. And we saw where the Prime Minister executed step-in powers in the Bengal matter. And now the court ruled. Now with NARA and the unsurmountable amount of powers given to NARA, backed up by the ability of the minister to step in. it is causing me to become fearful because of the overriding power that NARA have to override NEPA and other organizations. So I am wondering now, Colin, how do we move forward now? Because that ruling was a slap in the face of the Prime Minister and of NARA, you know. You know, that was a slap in the face because when I look at it and see how it actually is executed, now that they came in and stepped in and tried to override NEPA, and when they did that, the courts rule. So who is there to show that when we go forward with NARA, they won't step in and also breach?
And that's why the opposition is saying, and civil society are all saying that the necessary safeguard, checks and balance, control, if you please. Some people don't want to talk about control mechanism, that people can't just go rogue. Yeah? Remember, this is a prime minister that the Integrity Commission tells us get loan from financial institution without the necessary collaterals. This is the man where the Integrity Commission say to us, you know, that he used charity funds to buy stocks and bonds. This is the man who wrote the undated resignation letters, you know. I made the man them sign them, you know, which is against the Constitution, you know. This is the man who insists that NIDS was passed, you know, which the court ruled it's against the Constitution, you know. This is the man who laid down the states of emergency, you know, that the court ruled was against the Constitution, you know. And here is the Bengal case, you know, that the man overruled NEPA and forestry, sign off on the project, and the court say you're wrong again, you know. So people are telling us that we must give this man the kind of power that he's asking for. No. You have not earned it, Mr. Prime Minister. This is not about
you know what I found distasteful?
emotion.
Labour rights up in arms that say if this thing go to a joint select committee of parliament, it will take 2 years and all.
Excellent. Let me just say excellent. Hold on. Let me just say one final thing, and then I'll allow you to talk. I want to say to Marissa Dalrymple Philibert and the Labour rights who love to talk about September 3rd, this is also not about election. So it's not about emotion. It's not about election, because the election gone and done. Maybe you still don't realize it because you stole it, so you still can't believe you steal it. So you still, you know, you can't satisfy yourself, say the election done. It's not about the election. This is about data, our economic situation, and our future. That's what this is about. Talk excellent.
You know, it just. But you see, check out the talk about Dalrymple Philibert, man. Check out them people, you know, man. I just some people. How has she impacted the lives of South people in South Shillani in the last almost 20 years that she has been there? She has not done that in any way, shape, or form to impact the lives in a positive way of the people down there. She just ride into parliament on the back of people's ignorance, illiteracy, and people's commitment to a party. She's now still a member of parliament. And as Newell said the last time, she defends something vehemently, it had to be sent to the Joint Select Committee of Parliament. She's now still a lawyer. Who know of Dalrymple Philibert outside of politics?
Listen, excellent. If you talk about the realities and the facts, Marissa Dalrymple Philibert should even be in the parliament. She's one parliamentarian that should not be there. You buy a Benz. She have similar record, you know. You buy a Benz on taxpayers' money. You're talking about UHWI giving people its duty concession to use. I know that is against the law. It's the same thing Marissa Dalrymple Philibert did. She gave hers or sold it to her sister, and the court find her guilty of it, and she had to pay. So who are you, Marissa Dalrymple Philibert? Go sit down. Election done. You don't know that. Talk to me.
But Chaka, the last thing I'm going to say is, I heard the Prime Minister get up in Parliament and hypocritically said that when they look back on what happened on Tuesday, basically said history would not be very pleased of what happened.
In more ways than one.
I have to say to the Prime Minister that if he has a youth, if he has any amount of integrity in him, if he has any regard for the Parliament, then he could look back, and if he wants to clean up history or to create a better path forward, Mr. Prime Minister, in the interest of the Parliament, remove your wife as Speaker of the House and get somebody who is able to execute the job with the highest level of decency, decorum, and order.
Yes.
Because she herself
Yes.
said in an interview, she said she can't be, but we have to remember she can't be balanced or fair. So because she can't be fair, she should not
said
be
that
having
in
that
an
job.
interview?
Yes, man.
I never see that interview.
She said that we have to remember that she's on a party ticket. So she's that JLP elect MP, so it's hard for her to be balanced.
No, you see,
I need to get the right word.
it's professionalism it needs, Because you can't balance. You know, balance.
And
But you need that
cannot buy
capacity. You need to possess the capacity to be professional.
You cannot buy that.
That is true. That is
can't
true.
be professionalism can't be purchased.
That is a fact. So she
Because
lacked the professionalism.
Professionalism comes from your ability. It's something that breeds out of your abilities that you have. And decorum and those things will lead to you to create professionalism. You can't buy attributes which have to be innate.
Let me say something to Jackie. 6051. Why should he remove her? Why did the fool PNP voted for her as well? Jackie, the first time that she was put in the seat, the PNP supported it. This time, the PNP opposed it vigorously. Vigorously, they opposed it. And the GLP insists. So I won't let you get away with that comment. And a lot of people seems to have that thinking that the PNP supported her this time around. No, it was opposed vigorously. You remember that, excellent?
Yes, and I think the party should. I believe the party should even carry it a notch up now. Make a move a no confidence motion in the House.
Yeah, man. They need to do something,
But
yesterday I was thinking about it.
Fail, but let answers.
That is not the matter.
Have it.
That's not the matter. Get a debate on it.
Yes.
Get a debate on it. And when you get that debate, you must bring. You see, like when on the budget presentation on a car, on a clips and thing, you must bring back clips of the speaker and her unfairness in the House. The opposition must do something about it now. They got to.
I think no confidence should be moved. We're not going to win it on the vote, but at least the record is there to show that unprecedented,
Yeah, man. And I think
because
once
these
you
are
bring
unprecedented times in our parliament.
Once you bring that, it has to go to a debate.
Yeah,
and
man.
you will have a chance to lay out your reasons.
These are unprecedented times, and the Prime Minister means Parliament well over his own personal objectives. He would remove her because she's obviously
but listen,
a factor
excellent.
which is causing the Parliament not to function smoothly.
Listen, he's not going to do that. The Prime Minister have shown large amount of tendencies of dictatorship. So he wants to control everything in one, and even in cabinet now realize that. Can't work. All right, my brother.
All right, Chaka.
One love. 1-876-804-7072. The program is Start Jamaica. Your program on a Sunday morning. Marie, good morning. Welcome.
Yes, good morning, my brother. Where's the tie this morning? Yesterday, the tie did a whole leaf yesterday. Yes,
You see them whole
yes.
Thai thing, them whole thing, they're the English speaking thing, you know.
Yes. Were you paying homage to the mace?
The mace? No.
Yes.
I everybody know my stand, you know. Everybody
no,
know.
but that's
And I don't know how Angela feel, but Comrade
Yes.
Chairman, I am just sorry and disappointed that you never take up the thing, put
Go
it over your
further.
shoulder and
Go
take for
Yes.
yourself.
Yes, go further.
Oh God!
Go further,
how I would
Mr.
feel.
Bell.
Oh, how I would feel this morning. You know how long me want to see we take up that mace and come out of the parliament.
Long time. But
And-
but something that gave me comfort, Colin. But like the huddle, like the football
Yes,
huddle.
man.
That
Yeah, man. Me see the team come together.
Like when them,
The team
say-
came together.
But they proud to say, Colin.
The
But
team
they
came
proud when they see
together.
the man them downtown. When the people them are called for buy the things them and then them say gather, mother, gather. Me feel proud when we see them gather around ABB. And I say, me dare you for touch her. You know?
understand?
And Sheila. Yes.
man.
That made it so proud. That was a proud comrade moment.
Me
Because
say.
them always have beat when I do enough and when I do
Yes,
this.
man.
But
Listen,
you know
man.
something?
All
You're saying something?
CNN and BBC should have it with Angela
Yes.
take herself out of the parliament with the mace.
Yes.
Too much
Yes.
foolishness. Time to
Yes.
put a stop to it.
Yes.
Yeah. And when
when the
she
thing
turn
about
out, when
it
she
is
take
that-
away herself, the team should not just come behind her and Blackie Marshall.
Yeah. Yes. And poor Marshall.
Can you hear
Poor
Bert Samuel?
Marshall
You hear
was
Bert
shot.
Samuels about it?
Right now, I'm not here. What I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we had Bert Samuels on right after, and Bert Samuels said she did run out to the Marshall, that run her down.
Oh my God. No, my God. Oh my God. Poor man.
Hey.
Poor man. His running days, and I think his running days are behind him. And the thing about it is that Colin, I must see people that should know better and know that picking up the mace is a sign of parliamentary protest.
Of course.
It has been done in other jurisdictions. Me hear people behind
Let me ask
microphone
you
and talk
something.
about
Let me ask you.
take away our stuff.
Let me
Take
ask
away
you
what?
something, Marie.
That-
Marie,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the court said Prime Minister Andrew Holness did in the Bengal case where just come out, what Angela
But-
Burt did, is it more despicable?
Exactly. And Colin, let's
Eh?
go back. The pre-sign,
Oh,
predated
tala.
Lettergate.
Tala.
Don't you know, Colin? More people certainly not call and I make a thing. We need to follow up the history and the politics.
That is
Don't you
despicable.
know that it was Arthur Williams who was Andrew's special counsel at the time or something like that? He was the one who helped draft up the letter. Them Colin, did you know that?
But him not sign
Yes.
it too. The letter never kill him too.
Yeah, Andrew used it against him.
Yeah.
And him, like with him brilliant mind as an erudite lawyer, him come up with the idea with the letter them,
No,
not
but
doing
these
that
men-
matter without a joking.
These men are not qualified to be sitting in the parliament because they are constant breachers of the constitution that they swear to uphold
Yes.
and defend.
Yes,
To uphold and,
and-
defend.
yes. And when the prime minister, when the then leader of the opposition lost, because Andrew was the prime minister at the time, even Mr. Williams say, it's like one of them great day in our history, because this will be a message to our future opposition leader, prime minister, being as, may I paraphrase, like, you can't breach the constitution and take the law into your own hands. Look how much time this prime minister has done that. And they'll sit down pretty, and nobody has said on that. The civil society that should come out and say enough is enough. I remember, Colin, when it happened, then Cliff Hughes, when he was more balanced and stuff, Cliff was so adamant, Colin, that Andrew need to resign and come again because it's like him breach the Holy Grail, That's how Cliff stated at the time, you know.
Cliff,
Well,
you
you know,
state what?
the more
Give me that again.
that Andrew with Lettergate, that Andrew should resign because that was a major breach of the
Of
Constitution.
course. And Andrew continue to breach the Constitution.
Yes.
And Cliff
I
Hughes
know them
continue to
shaky man.
support him.
Yeah, no, them shaky man. Them thump off him fist, them give lion paw.
Yeah,
You
because he
understand
can
me?
give them a work now and can make some money reach them.
Exactly.
Hey, tala.
Exactly.
Tala.
You know something, Rotted. You know something, Mr. Bell? You just said something. At the time he was leader of the opposition, he
Yes.
never have no monetary
Nothing to give them.
power. Yes.
Yes,
Oh, God. I tell you, say, you see this show? I tell you, say, it's entertainment, you know. You entertain and educate at the same
To
time.
elevate.
It's the entertainment show. Yes. Yeah, you know,
Trees.
him never have no power at the time, so it was easy to come out against him at the time. No, me never believe I think that the man was adamant that Andrew for go on, because him violate the Bible, him violate the Constitution.
Hold
I
on,
want to
Carla.
see him come now. But you know, I'm just saying, you know, that moment, Wednesday Tuesday night going to Wednesday morning.
Yes.
You know what? And ABB to Colin, she broke the glass ceiling. How? Because it was always that men who have
Say.
touched the maize.
Me say,
No.
if she did run out of the parliament with it, me that change her name to Nanny.
Yeah, it was a nanny moment.
Aye.
Yeah, it was a nanny moment. Granted, maybe it was a softer nanny moment, but
man,
it was a nanny moment. Because
me have to say it. Me disappointed. Let me not say upset.
Yeah,
but disappointed that she never got the full gamut. Put it over your shoulder. Head out the door.
Yeah.
And even if they catch you, it mustn't be.
Yes.
It mustn't be a smiling moment. Maria, what do you have a go on there?
But let the detector and you do something. Calling his closing. And this means has been.
Maria, your phone a go on there?
Yeah.
All right,
But let me
Maria.
close. I just want to say, you know, nanny moment, I'm so proud of my party. Yeah.
Bless up.
Yeah.
Bless up. Caller, good morning. Go ahead, please. Why you calling the phone and you don't want to talk? I know you're one of my regular caller, but you're calling this line and I've been answering you. Hello, good morning. Morning, welcome to Talk Jamaica. 4166. 4166, good morning. Mary, you calling me back? Mary. Yeah. Mary, you calling me back? Yes, caller, go ahead. Hold on, Marshy. Hello, morning. Morning, 4166, go ahead. 4166. Go ahead, caller. I'm not hearing the caller on this line. Caller, I'm not hearing you on this line. Calling on the substitute line, but I'm not hearing you at all. Not hearing you. Go ahead, Marshy.
Morning.
Walk on, brother.
There. All them make it Andrew Wellness and him team sing ambush in the night.
Who ambush?
When them a go parliament today. Eh?
And Andrew get ambush?
No man, Andrew ambush Smaddy.
How we ambush?
Remember the Airbnb tax in the night.
Wednesday morning after I Bartlett said no go so. Eh?
You know what I mean?
What can go so?
Another lie. Another lie. It couldn't even debate.
Hey, them people are not easy, you know.
They're wicked,
easy
man.
Tall. When it comes to them just talk anything.
Yeah, we have to do everything quick. But the Granger got to take picture again.
We do.
Because the women win the 4x1 relay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So more picture for Banty Green.
Picture
That's
taken.
no problem.
It's
Yeah,
a Kodak moment.
Oh, she will be taking pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, man. No, one little thing, you know. I said to somebody last night, I never said to you, why the men then get up and start around Angela Brown Burke, you know? If you know Miss Agnes as good as me, should I want to come beat off Angela and I also, you know?
Hey, Mr. Dream Merchant.
So that's why the men them have to get up and surround Angela Brown Burke. Because Andrew, me don't know if he can manage, Miss Agnes. But should I get up? You see, I went to tell him Marshall to go take her out. Get out!
Halt!
Oh,
Halt!
style, baby.
Halt!
No, Miss Agnes, man. So the men them have to stay around in order to protect. So when you hear Mr. The other one there now, Mr. Habcut, the PNP and the PNP this and the PNP that, go on like you don't know what. But then people they just full of lie. You hear, sir? Because me now forgot how that the bomb threat did up at the yard, you know. The bomb threat thing just dead, sorry. Up Andrew in his house. The whole crew of them people then tell the same kind of lie, you know. Over nationwide, them friend. Me don't know one thing happen when me not understand how it goes so because car shoot up over for them place. Camera everywhere in Jamaica, no camera, no see nobody do anything. This somebody shoot the car from outside, the splinter drop on the outside. Me have a feeling when you lick shot on a car, the splinter go drop inside, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how me believe. But outside the splinter there, so when me believe now, as somebody lock up in the car and bust a shot on the car, you know. And for some put propaganda on the PNP.
Easy. How will you get them something from?
No, it PNP then it just dead, so. It just dead.
No evidence
dead,
no come forward, brother. No evidence. Police didn't find any evidence, so it all stop there.
And the bomb threat just drops. So, let me tell you, bomb threat at a prime minister of a country house, you know. And our 90 talk, you know, brethren. And our 90 talk, but these people just lie, and more lie. You know, just like how they say, no tax and Airbnb, and the man don't just wait till people go to bed at night.
Yeah, man, I just pass it. So, I said, next year
so
it come to. So you run off your mouth now, then I pay no mind, because it not come in effect. Next year when it come in effect, you realize.
So, this argument in a parliament, no new tax. Set a liar them. I go on answer.
Little more. Man, them give the Prime Minister wife a new name, Miss Agnes. Hello, good morning. 4166 morning. Hello, good morning. Newola Neville. 4166, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning. Oh man, you're not talk. You're not talk. We don't hear nothing from you. Go over here. So Neville, morning.
Hello, morning, Colin.
How you doing?
Morning to your listeners and your valuable callers. I'm good,
Blessings.
Colin.
Yes, man. Talk to me.
Colin, you know that for every 10 cents, or every $10, make a deal with dollars. For every $10 that the goods raise in the supermarket, you know that GCT gone up approximately $2 though.
Yeah, but you know, say patty gone up by $20, right?
Yes. So the household must make sure that they understand budgeting. And you make your little family budget and you put it on your fridge. And you make everybody in the house abide by the budget. I have cut out all delicacies in my household budget. No delicacy, no ice cream, no cake, no pastry. You just eat from the family pot. Because
Well,
Colin, you know that the government owe Grace Kennedy a lot of money, right?
you told me that before.
Yeah, and if Grace Kennedy with all its conglomerate can't hold any slack, and the Muslim group, which is a bigger group than Grace Kennedy that controls separate, they can't hold any slack. The Breadman, the Hendrickson, they can't hold any slack. The Juice Man, that hold all of those orange estate in St. Catherine, he can't hold any slack, the true Juice Man. How are we as households supposed to be hugging up those increases, Colin?
You see, the government not thinking. We're not seeing the kind of forward thinking from the government. And it's a long time they show a lack of that forward thinking. Even when they decide to remove the edge tax, the use of it, they didn't remove the tax, but they used it for something different because the forward thinking of the volatility of the Middle East, where 20% of our oil comes from, they removed the insurance, and now that push come to shove, water reach pumpkin belly, we are in dire straits. Dire straits. So there's no indication that this government has shown us that them have forward thinking or what you call vision. None of that.
Colin, there's a class of people that is being pushed back in the society that is called the so-called middle class. That class of people who go to the university, want to live in a nice house and drive a decent car and retire and live the Jamaican dream. That those set of people are being pushed back because
Never.
apparently the system cannot afford them.
The middle class would come from the working poor, the working class. Middle class develops out of the working class, right? The government has driven the working class into the working poor.
Thank you, sir.
You understand?
So would you say that politics has failed the Jamaican people fundamentally?
Yes, and the Jamaican people have failed themselves because there's a large majority of the Jamaican people who say that they will not get involved in politics, and politics is what makes the policies to run the country. So if politics is left to the lower class and the people who lack intellectuality and the ability to see, if politics is left to those people, then this is what you get. And what we have for the last 10 years is a set of blind bar team is running the country. So the country must end up in this kind of dilemma.
All right, Colin, you know one of the suggestions I'm going to put forward on your program. I mean, make it clear, I don't give financial advice. You see, the small businesses in your community like Portland, encourage them to advertise on your program.
Well, yeah.
To see how they can build a base.
Yes, yes.
And encourage all of you out there listening, encourage the small businesses in your community to start giving their workers the pay slip.
Yes.
If they can't afford a payroll system, just work out a pay advice and send it to the smartphone so that they have it on the WhatsApp as a pay slip. Because you know what's going to happen, especially coming up in the next hurricane season, that pay slip could be the difference between life and death. And you can get a loan based on your pay slip and your credibility, you know?
Yes.
Encourage them to start giving the workers the pay slip. Because you know what I see they're doing over here in Portmore since Friday? They're running off all the vendors off the road.
Yeah. The old people are going to survive. How are they going to survive?
In all the constituency of Jamaica, people used to sell them like a sweetie and them cheese chicken and them like a bag juice to the little man them who walk on the street. They run them off of the road on Augusta Drive, run them off of the road in Anagazet and tell them that they mustn't come back, if not they're going to face persecution. So what's going to happen to those little men and women?
Problem never.
Because
problem.
And these are the people who vote in the election. You know?
Yes.
and they create their own little entrepreneurship, but they are now becoming nuisance to the system.
But you're running them off of the
Because,
road.
you
What
know-
you have to give them? Can you find something for them to survive, to live off, when you run them off of the road?
No, you know what is happening here, Colin? The government is playing a game named All Is Mine.
Tell her. Yeah.
That is the game that they're playing. You see, and you see, we, the average Jamaican, especially the African male, we have got to take stock of how we think and try and kill the soft side that is in us, because we are the most vulnerable species in Jamaica, yeah?
Yes, I.
Colin, I look at your program last night and I see we are approximately 6,000 people watched the show yesterday.
Yes.
Up to the time I was going to bed, I said 5,000 enough.
Yes.
If you can have a core group out of that, 6,000 approximately, even 1,000, and we donate $500 a month to this Portland Spice program, that would be 500,000. You know, you could bring on more guests and educate the people them wide across the diaspora.
We'll eat more things.
We need to do that in a Colin.
Yeah, man. We'll eat more things. We have a cash app on the thing, you know. If you go on it, you can contribute.
You have a cash app?
Yeah, man. There's a cash app on the profile for the channel. Anybody wants to contribute,
How it
work? You know, go upon it and it will tell you anybody will have cash app. You have to have the cash app as well, and you can contribute to the channel.
Because me I tell you, Colin, the bombing soon start drop back, you know.
Yeah, man. The man them not look like them intend to break or stop. Them take a break.
No.
Them intend to stop.
They're going to start if they don't start tonight, it's next weekend.
Wow.
And you see when the bombing start back, my prediction is that there will be no World Cup football this year.
Oh yeah, Sir Neville. A serious prediction that you
That's my prediction. Never Carter's prediction. When this round of bombing start, the World Cup will have to cancel.
Wow.
Because President Trump got a briefing yesterday for 45 minutes from the Pentagon. And they are telling him the new targets that they're going to pick in Iran. And Iran Supreme Leader came out last night and let them know, say, any of them bomb back him country, the whole Middle East.
Malik
and
everything.
He's very serious. He's more serious than his father. You know?
Yeah.
And I want to say this, Colin, before I leave. The Iranians are saying that their Ayatollah who Trump killed was the conduit to God. The conduit to God.
Wow.
And they are comparing him to the Pope and say the Christian Pope is also the conduit to God.
Oh?
You think the West would take it kindly if the Iranian had killed the Pope?
No. You're mad?
Hallelujah, brother.
You're mad.
Have a good day.
Little more never.
To be continued.
Blessings, man. 1-876-804-7072. Please call me on that number. 1-876-804-7072. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Oh, let me turn on this TV. Good morning.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I'm watching on the TV. I was listening to the other caller.
Yes.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
I just wrote down something since I started, watching the program and listening to the other callers. So something came up in my mind. I was researching something one day this week after the Parliament incident.
Yes.
So I sat down while you were talking to few people. I said, I wrote down this. The Harry Kwashi lawyers who are on the JLP side.
You call them Harry Kwashi?
Yes. They have no intelligence about them. You would, see that your done leader, the man who is leading your party, lead the country into a precipice. The enablers you are all enablers of your cult. Remember the Magna Carta. You have to remember there's a Magna Carta where it says no one is above the law. It was written hundreds and hundreds of years before all of us were born, but it is stating that no one is above the law, not even the monarch. The cult you are supporting to enrich yourselves and your family members and friends, it's wreaking havoc on the Jamaicans. To the women who were stamping their desk in Parliament on Tuesday, you are complicit enablers of the cult. You have all joined a dictatorial gang. Your speaker is a bully, a virago who needs a lesson in modern etiquette. And that's my contribution this morning.
What a solid
Sit down
contribution.
stamping. Pardon?
What a solid contribution.
Yeah. They sat down in their stamping desk when this woman is brawling. Not even a child. I couldn't have a child in my house. Yelling like that and telling somebody, get outside.
No, man, when you hear somebody,
these are enablers.
when you hear somebody behaving that way, the only thing you suspect they are talking to the neighbor, and the neighbor with that they don't talk to. You know, you have neighbor your malice, and the neighbor dog come over your yard. Cause could even the neighbor yard talk to some your malice. And the neighbor dog, yeah, take you out pan. Out!
If I might add one bit to the lady from Trelawney who was also... Oh, you're talking. I'm sorry.
No, man, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
To the woman from Trelawney who is a convicted felon. And she stood up in Parliament yelling at people. I think she was dropping word for some of the new members on the opposition side. Woman, you remember how you intimidated, you send your supporters to go intimidate Mr. Patmore? Listen, I was so upset because I have a lot of family members in Trelawney, especially in that constituency where Patmore was representing.
Yes.
And my feelings were so cut up that if they are so unintelligent to go vote for a pig like you, because these Harry Quashi lawyers sit down. One of them left a job where he could be working in the United States. Tell me, say something wrong with the JLP. You could be working as a lawyer in the United States, and you left and gone back to Jamaica for rob poor people because you can.
How did I work as a lawyer in the US? How would that?
Wrongdoing. Huh?
Who was working as a lawyer in the US?
Where the young junior one? Where was he trained? I understand he was trained
you're talking
as a lawyer
Purnell?
in the United States. Yes.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yes, and you and your sister leave on a job in the United States, gone home because what you can do, what you do in Jamaica, you cannot do it in the United States. So you left on a job, come back home to come rob poor people, just like when the daddy did. I know him. I know where they're from. I know Lime Tree Garden in St. Anne. So I'm not afraid of you.
All right, caller. Give thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
1-876-804-7072. The program is called Talk Jamaica. Chris Campbell, you are saying how we're going to turn around this dilemma. Can we turn it around, Chris? I don't know if we can turn it around. I look at the condition of the Jamaican people and ask myself, how are we going to turn it around? Dennis Garden did not import cups and plates with UWI tax exemption and resell same to UWI for over 400% profit. Look like there's an argument going on in the chat room there that I'm not seeing. Want to say Jackie is a labor, right? Good to have you over here, Jackie, to teach you some things. God have mercy. People have to go start carry. All right, we have OB. OB. Conrad O'Brien, morning.
Hi, Colin. Morning. How are you doing?
I am fine, thanks. Hold on for me. Let me go to that caller here first. Go ahead, Junior.
Morning.
Morning, Obi.
Morning, Junior. How are you?
Bobby there. You
Cool.
can name 3 things that Andrew hate the most. I've been on talk about your wife. 3 things that Andrew hate the most.
How are them there?
The truth. The truth.
Yeah.
The Constitution. And PNP.
What you say? Are the 3 things that we Andrew hate the most?
I was about to say accountability, but maybe accountability is wound up in truth.
The truth.
Yes.
How many cases has the government lost on constitution in this country since they have been in power?
No, this will make about 7.
Maybe we could just broadly say the whole of them.
in any self-respecting democracy, though, this couldn't stand,
Not at all.
But Colin, we need to look at it seriously, If the government have been taken to court on 7 occasions on constitutional matters, that tell you exactly the situation with the government. The government have the constitution in contempt,
Yes.
They hate the constitution with a passion, Remember, we said up to yesterday, that Andrew wouldn't take, so to take Andrew wouldn't support. I remember saying was leader of the opposition. So even when Andrew was in the opposition chambers, he was against the constitution.
Yes.
I remember something. When you're swearing in as prime minister, right?
It's called contempt, Junior.
It what?
Swear to uphold the constitution. That's how you swear.
Not just to uphold it, but to uphold and defend the Constitution.
Well, right now, the one or the other.
So it's not just uphold, they must uphold the Constitution. They must also defend it to ensure that nobody not break it.
Defend it.
So
Right.
you must be the biggest defender of the Constitution.
You hear this long drawn out argument now still going on about the issue with Angela and whatever happened.
Yeah.
Was there a constitutional minister to deal with changes to the constitution and to get rid of monarch?
That was Marlene Malahou Fort. She failed at it.
Right, but if the objective the government said was to get rid of the constitution, what happened in the House Tuesday to Wednesday wouldn't have no meaning.
Okay. I follow.
Yeah, sometimes it wouldn't have, right, it wouldn't have no meaning.
Yeah.
So what really is the outcry for? What really is this outcry for? We lose in focus or what? I think, Obi, I think what the government is trying to do is to steer the narrative towards talking about what went on in Parliament. Because remember, them don't have a clue as to what's going on in the Middle East.
But how can they not have a clue with what is going on into the Middle East? Because all you have to do is read and listen and understand and watch trends. Trends are clear.
Sorry, Junior.
Hold on, the Junior. Go ahead, Obi.
I wouldn't say they don't have a clue. Colin and Junior and listener, it's all wound up in one word: contempt for the Jamaican people. That's what it is. And absolutely no regard and respect. And it kind of take me to the main thing that I want to mention to you quickly this morning, Colin. I don't know if you want me to start or you want to conclude. Yes. And, I heard my little sister and friend, the General Secretary for the People's National Party, YO, yesterday evening on another program, Andre's program. And she was making a point, and she made a point very well, you know, as to pointing out what this means, this NARA means, you know, unfettered access. The fact that basically people would get immunity and all of those sort of things and so on. But the gravamen of the whole thing, Colin, any bill, any piece of legislation that is taken to the Parliament of Jamaica that needed a simple majority to go through, the government will basically accept a few amendments here and there. But the main thing, the main points, they're not going to accept those amendments. For example, the governance issue as it relates to this NARA, which is the bane, it's the heart of the whole thing, the boards of governance that will basically underpins regulation and checks and balance. The man them said that is non-negotiable. Now, when you have a situation now where they don't need anybody from the Senate or need any two-thirds that they know have to come to the opposition to get a vote, they are going to ram it home, Colin. So it is the 12th man, as I like to call them. That is the people of Jamaica. And the opposition will have to find a way, Colin, to rally the people, to have warm bodies out there in the street to send a message to the government, feeling that, Colin, we are not going to achieve anything. The government will continue to ram home whatever they can with simple majority until the people of Jamaica decide to go to the street. And I don't believe the people are going to go out there on their own. I think they are going to have to get leadership, and that leadership will have to come from the opposition, PNP. They cannot be coy. They cannot be hiding behind any bushel and thing. They have to be brave and be bold, feeling that, Colin, we can forget it. You understand? I wouldn't say that. Forget. We can forget it. Feeling that, Colin, we can forget it. Huh?
You're right. You're right. I agree with you. I think we need to change the approach.
Yeah, man.
It's not a matter of the bill and clauses in the bill. It's a matter of right and wrong. What is right and what is wrong. That's how we need to make Jamaica know. Them people in Jamaica don't really understand or don't want to what what the reality. That
first thing. First thing.
Hold on, Obi. Hold on. Junior.
Correct.
Junior. I'm not hearing it so clearly. Ease the phone away a little from your mouth. Go again.
Oh, sorry, man. What I was saying is that we need to move the narrative away that people don't believe it's a JT and a PMP issue. We need to make the people of Jamaica realize is right and wrong.
Yes,
you see what happened with the Bengal situation, and you see what happened with everything what these people have been doing. They cannot be trusted. You can't put them in charge of everything. Remember, we have the Integrity Commission and we have the Auditor General, and all those things what happened, and then everything what happened went through the process, and it still happened. Then what you going to expect to happen now when there's no process there? So back check.
You know, something I think, Junior.
Better.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, man, that's how I believe we can approach it from a right and wrong situation. That we don't get the country believing that it's a PMP thing and a JLP thing. Because that's what most people think, And that's why them join the line behind the stupidity. And then they're not listening. You understand me?
Yes.
So them have it from a wrong angle. So we need to change the angle and make people realize is right and wrong. Because you imagine, Bala will come out and tell you exactly what she tell you, although it might change. That's not the point. She's showing you clearly that something not right. You understand what I say?
Yes.
So we need to make people at the country realize that it's a right and wrong situation. You understand? We just agree with me, but that's how we look on it.
All right, bro. It's
You know?
more for me.
Yeah, man.
It's a little bit more than a right and a wrong situation.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's a little bit more than that. But we'll talk about it again, Junior.
Yeah, man, we talk. Cool.
Blessings.
Respect. Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, Obi, go ahead.
You know, what happened whenever you take a bill to the parliament, you can come out of that bill with, you can come out of that bill with 100 a number of amendments, because in there some of those amendments is just a word. For example, sometimes is just one word to be changed, and that is counted as an amendment to a particular clause there. However, in this particular, so we hear that, listen, the bill has been passed with so much amendment and so on and so forth. But the main thing, Colin, that really give the Prime Minister and the CEO that he will be appointed unfettered power. It is the board of governance as it relates to this board. No checks and balances there.
Obi.
Yes, Colin.
Let me tell you something, man. Think on this. You know, I'm not worried about the CEO having, because the CEO does not have unfettered powers, you know. The CEO is answerable to the Prime Minister and can do nothing without the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister can fire the CEO at the snap of his finger. Yeah,
absolutely. What I'm saying
is the Prime Minister also give direction, operational direction, not just policy direction to the CEO. So the Prime Minister basically is the man.
Absolutely. So the CEO will be acting in concert with the Prime Minister based on the directives given to him. So as a result of that, he would be able to carry out unfettered access that is given to the Prime Minister, and that is exactly where it's at. And as I said, I hear young Peter Gay, Gensec of the YO, made the point in a very forceful manner last night. And indeed, Colin, as I said, you know, not to repeat myself, but let's get used to this. The government of Jamaica will, no matter how egregious it seems, how bad it is as it relates to governance, once it is a simple majority needs to go through, the government is going to ram it home in the parliament, both upper and lower house, or lower upper house. And as a result of that, the only thing that the government will respond to will be the people of Jamaica, warm bodies lying in the streets from Morant Point to Negril. That is what they will.
Hold on. Caller morning, welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Yes, Colin, morning.
Yeah, man.
May I have a question? Nara, and it's a rhetorical question. Nara is the response to the aftermath of the hurricane, right? Correct?
So they say.
Right. And in light of that, I have two words: emergency response. By my research, an emergency is a sudden, unexpected, and dangerous situation.
No,
right?
NARA is not an emergency response.
No, man. No. I'm building up to something. I'm building up to something, and I won't be long though either.
Okay, go on, man.
NARA is, in a sense, a response to the emergency situation that existed 8 months ago. Emergency, you know,
6 months ago,
right? I think we are roughly 6 months thereabout.
Call going into 7 now.
Right. And you're telling me now that you formulate this to counteract that. The emergency there, the whole nation are not dead by now.
No, but I said it's not an emergency response. It's a response to rebuild, not an emergency. There's no emergency right now in Jamaica.
Exactly. But they would want to present it as if it's in response to what took place. They want to put they want to string an emergency component to it.
No,
when I
man.
was
Hey,
listening,
caller.
Wait.
Hold on.
all right,
Hold on. There is no emergency in the NARA.
right.
NARA is not an emergency response. The only emergency in Jamaica right now as it relates to the government is the economy crashing.
Right. That. So I'm tongue in cheek, you know, because
Yeah, man, but I
took place in
can't
the
make
parliament the other night-
listen, I can't make you mislead the people about emergency. There's no emergency.
But the point is, Colin, the point is, then if you want a railroad, or ram the thing through parliament
Colin.
in such a hurry,
Colin.
I must an emergency I respond to.
Hold on,
That's the point
caller.
I'm making.
Hold on, caller.
You know?
Go ahead, Obi.
Colin, there's an emergency in Jamaica, you know. You know what that emergency is?
What?
That emergency is to basically assist people who are suffering. People are still picking up, going a zinc bush, as you like to call it,
No
to get
emergency.
2 pieces of zinc. Hold on. That is the emergency. The emergency is to get those people back on their feet. And the government could do this and can do this without they going through with NARA in this nonsensical and careless manner and so on.
When
get
did that
the
emergency
people back
occur?
on the feet. Huh?
When did that
No,
emergency occur?
hold on. What I'm saying, we understand the nature of the word by itself, what it means, the emergency, the immediacy, and so on. So I'm saying to you that that immediacy still remain untouched. The people are
In
still
your
out
mind,
there.
Obi, in your mind, in my mind, and maybe in the caller's mind. We talking
So
about
what-
government. The government have no emergency, no urgency, brother. We're not talking.
No, they are it's not that they don't have. They are not dealing with it in that manner. Matter of what, they're not dealing with it. But the emergency is there. Hold on. A man who me say, when I live nowhere, when me see Nikisha Burchell and Andre Steven doing a fundraiser for last night. Him have an emergency. So that's the point I'm making to say. So hold on. But that's the point I'm making. But Colin, that's the point I'm making. That there is emergency within the country, but the government not dealing with it.
Within the society. But we think we did not discuss the NARA. No emergency in a NARA. It's 5 months ago the government announced NARA, you know, brother.
Right.
And it just a come up parliament, you know.
Exactly.
No emergency, you have an emergency, me have an emergency, Obi have an emergency. The people them down at Western have maybe even more than emergency. They in a dire straits. But the government now have that, brother. That not in a NARA. You see anything about the hurricane in a NARA?
But the rebuilding.
Let me tell you what NARA is. Let me tell you what NARA is. NARA is a bill presented by the government to what's the word I'm looking for?
To give them unfettered power.
No, it's not just unfettered power, but to legalize corruption.
Which basically is one and the same. Unfettered power is corruption.
They are legislating a corruption bill in the parliament.
Put it this way, they want to use NARA to rubber stamp corruption.
Not the whole NARA corruption.
They want to use that NARA to rubber stamp corruption. That's it.
Colin.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things, is that a car, one could say the important thing is the engine and whatever. But what happened, the finishing touch in terms of the body, the paint that go on it, right? Basically give that. So what they do, they put everything, a whole lot of thing in this NARA. However, as Mark Golden and others have been saying that this governance is, and I'm not leaving it, because that is where all of this wound up. If you note, the government said, listen, it is, my word here, they don't use that exact word, but that's what it means. It is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. When it was raised in the parliament, the minister who was piloting the bill, the works minister, Nestor Morgan, he was almost violent in opposing any suggestion to deal with that. Violent in his response. Therefore, it basically showed the belly of the government and their intent. Because without them with the checks and balance being put in there, that would somewhat stop them in their track, so they would not have this unfettered power and this legalization of corruption, as you put it, Colin.
Carla, go ahead, Carla, go ahead.
Yeah, in closing, this narrative would give them unfettered or unchecked abilities to run amok with whatever they conceive in their mind. Yeah? And they're pushing in the debate, you got the impression that they had to do it now because the emergency, my words, the emergency was so dire that they had to push it through. But it's just, as I'm saying, it's just they're needing or wanting to get the narrow rubber stamp to embolden or for want of a better word, to endorse them corruption or them corrupt intent. That's my 2 cents.
All right, brother. Respect. Obi, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
The government used our children to rob us out of $1.4 billion.
Mm-hmm.
They brought to the people the need for our children to get adequate, safe, and reliable transportation to go to school, which is indeed a need. But they use that to take $1.4 billion and buy 110 whole bus and tell us that that is the best spent. How much did they rob from that? My estimate is about 700 million. Here is the government now using the people in Donga West to create a scenario, because the idea of building back quick and setting up an agency that have some authority to move things fast, they are now using the people in Donga West to rob us out of $500 billion. We don't know how much they might take out of that. But they are going to, this is what this bill is geared towards. And they are using the people who are in suffering down at the West to do it. This is a wicked and uncaring act. Go ahead, Obi.
It is indeed, Colin. Just allow me a 30-second or so to congratulate the Jamaican team. They come home with the 4x1 gold medal earlier. A brilliant leg was run by Elaine Thompson era. She got the baton about third or so, and she really displayed a brilliant level of sprinting. And of course, Botswana, they took the final event, the 4x4 men, just now. So, this has been concluded. So I want to once again congratulate the Jamaican women 4x1 relay team.
All right. We have a caller on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Colin. Good morning, O'Brien. Good morning to my fellows in the fellowship. Colin, I would like to focus the point on household. The Jamaican households. They seem to forget that is not air makeup country, it's people. Every household in Jamaica is affected. We have no middle class in Jamaica anymore. It is gutted under this administration for 10 years. You have pointed out that it's working poor. People who are working, whether in the civil service division, whether persons are selling a little one shop out on the road, whether it is hand to mouth, whatever they're doing in Jamaica, even the farmers are feeling this 10 years of JLP administration gutting Jamaica are filling their pocket for the few. My question is, with this Naras, they say they have to hurry it up. Was there a condition that needs to be in place for this money before the next hurricane season? Because so they seem to forget that this is May, June, July, August, September is hurricane season starting, I think next month, June or July.
Yeah, June, the Atlantic hurricane season began.
So it is important for my fellows and Jamaican citizens to take note that their house is affected. Them pot to put on fire is affected significantly. What used to buy chicken back of rice or 2 tin mackerel and 2 pounds of flour, depends on your household, cannot buy it anymore. We're looking at starvation. We're looking at children going to school hungry. This JLP record doesn't show them care because we have Royal Reed still in a court with them teeth. The bulla milk. Bulla and milk.
Yeah, man. Can't get worse than that.
Almighty God.
Can't get worse than that.
I'm not concerned about Miss Lady, no. She already exposed herself. Me not concerned about him, even the same Prime Minister. Me not concerned about him. Him already exposed. My concern is about the people, my people in Jamaica, where everybody knows that when they go to IMF, World Bank, them have to give the amount of people. Me see the World Bank liaison officer that come to analyze the third destruction of Melissa in Jamaica, count the people. She count the people, she count the infrastructure, she count every dollars and cents they were giving. So we need to build it back. And we are here debating who have authority for TV.
Colleen.
In the name of Almighty God, I condemn it, this Nara bill. I put it at the feet of the throne of the Almighty God this morning. I ran calling on every prayer fasting on this Nara bill. Who fi dead fi dead? Who fi live fi live? But this is enough of us here listening to some of these people coming panting a going like say because them a get their little what? Food off of the head to fish head. Them a get their little money where them a get them pay them to put on for them pot. Every pot have to put on because when the rain fall, it doesn't fall on one man house. It fall on every Jamaican house. I am sick and tired to see this is happening in a beautiful paradise, a paradistic country as Jamaica. And we are putting on this front and are putting on this that. Listen to me now. Don't make me have to call you, Mr. Mark Golden, don't make me have to send the knocking on your door, make you can't sleep at night. Get up with the people, them. Me no care when I tell me about say a political leader, you are there to be an opposition to this evil that is being manifested against our people. Get up. Opposition MPs, do not let me call on no name before the throne of God. For no get up, Colin Bell, Spiceland TV is doing more than enough. And all the others, who no need now to get up. No more sitting down and talking. Action, not a bag of mouth. Have a good day.
Tala. Go ahead, Obi.
Colin, Colleen has basically nailed it. And, all we have to say is ditto. But you know what is important in all of what she said, Colin? That middle class, lower middle class, because, lower middle class to those who are just rising out, that is being gutted. But here what happened? That group, and we're talking about that group who benefited from policies that have been put in place in the past, such as the housing trust, the NHT, and indeed the policy, the motor vehicle policies that was put in place that people take for granted and believe that it did have to happen, it never have to happen. Our government policies put it in place. So majority of us can own one motor vehicle. Too many of that group that Colleen spoke of have basically withdraw from the process.
Hold on, a little bit. Who is Lascelles Campbell? Somebody saying, have you heard that Lascelles Campbell died? Did the Bengal verdict had an impact on him? Who is Lascelles Campbell? You know the name, Obi?
The name sounds somewhat
familiar. It's a familiar
the name sounds familiar. But I'm not putting him. But if the caller could just basically maybe just say something just to kind of jog our memory, because the name definitely is a name that I'm familiar with.
All right, I'll keep watching the chat room. It's in the chat room. Continue.
I'm familiar with it. So Colin, too many of that group basically withdrew from the whole thing, and that is the group now in the main that we are saying that by whatever means the opposition PNP will have to find a way to reignite that group. Colin.
Leslie Campbell, yeah, former
died.
MP.
That former MP.
Yes, Leslie.
Oh my
Campbell.
God!
Leslie
Whoa!
Campbell.
Let's pause, Colin, to offer our deepest condolences to immediate and extended family. May his soul rest in peace and light perpetually shine on his face. Whoa! This is surprising.
Senator, not an MP. Is that MP?
Yeah, man. He was MP. MP for Northeast. MP for Northeast. Yeah, man. But he after he was removed as MP, they made him senator. He was MP for Northeast and Catherine. Currency Morrison took over from him. He replaced the former the Venezuelan citizen. What's his name? Oh my goodness. Mayors. He replaced Mayor down there. And but he wasn't cutting it, so the JLP removed him, made him senator, and they had later removed him and said that he was going to be made a high-profile ambassador. I don't know that he had got that job, so maybe all of those things probably.
Who them said that? Which MP? With the MP name when they said they're not going to make ambassador again, I want to hear nothing about it. The tall brother.
Roddy Spencer. Roddy.
Yes.
Roddy, my friend. He came down with a little bit of illness. I thought he got maybe a minor stroke and something and so on. But they did not carry through. The Labour Party did not carry through with the promise that they made to him. I think the similar thing with Campbell. So maybe these things weigh heavily on these gentlemen's mind and so on. But it's as I said before, certainly this, for me personally, this with Campbell kind of come as a surprise to me. Similarly with my friend Daniel Thompson,
condolences to the RGR Communications Group. We did that the other morning while we were talking to Richie B. Other interview with Richie B and Marlon Morgan the other morning, Richie. It's something to listen to. But let's go to our call. We have a call holding. Caller, morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Morning, Colin. Mr. O'Brien, good morning to you, sir.
Morning, my friend. How are you doing?
I hear you're asking about how much they're going to lose out of that money. I already cut the Prime Minister for $500 million US. That's going straight to his pocket, the first thing. I have no qualms in saying that because of the
500 million US.
He more take that or more because I'm greedy.
Hold on. Let me see how much that.
Hold on, let me see how much that.
Man,
how much billion?
Hold on, 500 million US time multiplied by 160. Yo, $80 billion that the man has said.
A big like whoa, that's enough, Papa.
80 billion.
He might have run it after 100 billion. So you the guy.
No.
Man, listen. The guy have no conscience for the Jamaican people, because if he's in a hurry to do that bill, remember, days after then get that kind of money,
Yeah,
within
but the bill,
3 weeks they get the money,
bill, you see that bill? Anything to rebuild or them something that should have been far. We should have built 10,000 houses already.
Thank you.
10,000 houses should have been built already.
Time if you want to hurry up. Thank you. Now you understand. It won't take more than that. In any event, what we have to think now, what can we do afterwards? Because that money is gone unless the court, like Isaac said, they go into court. Unless the court stop it and intervene and create it where the court monitor it. I don't know why the Jamaican court, especially some people, monitor it to the point where you have to have a committee. You must have a committee, and every dollar must be given. Let me tell you something. How many know the man won't steal the money? From the mere fact him putting at the bill in advance that any whistleblower say anything is a year in jail and $1 million fine. A year in jail. That's in the bill,
Killing information.
Yes.
Access to information. Lock it off.
There you go. So if the whistleblower think about it, remember the consequence. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
So how in the world are you gonna expect to get anything? The man I tell you,
them also put in the bill that if the CEO or any employee do something and it come out that them find guilty of any criminal action, once they did it in good faith, they will be indemnified.
That's a get out of jail card.
Get out of jail free, because the country would have to pay the legal bills.
There you go. Taxpayers now would have to foot up that bill. But hear me out in saying this. The opposition leader, we need to flood the office of the PNP, calling for them to do parish by parish townhouse meeting, parish by parish townhouse meeting. We need to call upon the opposition to do that, parish by, and explain to the people, even these things, GLP or PNP, even when the GLP, what you call it, so-called journalists, them come out and asking dumb question, all them have to do kick back and ask stupid question. Like you said, they need to start with the fist, as opposed to just take a blow, then fight off it later on.
I think you'll be hearing a lot of going around now, because the divisional conferences start this month, Obi. And I have seen a lot of flyers with a lot of speakers looking well heavy. So I guess a lot of things will be coming out of the PNP. Go ahead, Obi. Obi? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, so with that said, I can rest assured and tell you that they have no intention of, even if you notice, not in the bill is fixing the western part of the country. That's not in the bill. It's not in the bill how to help the people. They just say they're going to move forward. It's not in the bill. What does that tell you?
All right,
those
my
things
brother.
are not in the bill. All right, respect yourself.
Yeah, man. 1-876-804-7072. Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, man. Colin, I was saying that I think the Papine division, if I'm not mistaken, it's this weekend or next weekend there. That's
yeah, I think I see one for the 3rd, which would be today.
Today, yes, I think that's the Papine division. That's up there in Patricia Duncan constituency. Councillor Ferguson's division there. But Colin, sometimes there's a statement that we normally say that you heap up coal on your own head. And I think that's what the Prime Minister is doing with himself with this NARA bill. Remember, that this is against the background of the Prime Minister still being uncertified. This is against the background of the Prime Minister's administration the Prime Minister's party went into an election with about 9 or 10 people under investigation for allegation of illicit enrichment. We still don't know how many of those people are still in the parliament. This is against the background of a convicted felon, right? Recent convicted felon in the form of Dalrymple, still sitting in the parliament, was basically called back to run on the JLP ticket. No. With all of that, one would believe that the Prime Minister would be saying that, wow, with all this cloud hanging over my head, I am going to do everything for the greatest level of transparency. So here is it, a governance structure, a board to basically ensure that all the checks and balance is done. They want that, let us do that. Even if anybody in the cabinet oppose that, the Prime Minister should be saying that, listen, this is about my integrity. Therefore, I am going to give this. That begs the question, why is the Prime Minister so hard and fast and decide that, listen, he is not letting go of this at all. He wants this unfettered power. This is the argument, you know, Colin. Why?
Eating
Can you answer?
some food, brother. We have a caller holding. Let's go to the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Yes. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
It's just one thing with the Naira bill, you see?
Yeah.
Based on the conversation the Prime Minister had, is that there's nothing in the Naira bill to build back no house. He said that there's additional funds set aside for that.
Right.
So yes, so there's nothing in the Naira bill to build back no house.
And that's why I said to Obi and the caller earlier that the Naira bill now have no emergency night. There's no emergency issue with the government. The government don't have no emergency on their mind.
Certainly, I quite agree with that. I was just making the point about the emergency that the people faces.
That's not on the government's mind.
Yes.
What is on the government's mind is to spend this $500 billion and to see how much they can make out of it. A lot of callers were saying before that the government need to spend no money on the people in the West. In fact, there's a brother virgin from Spanish Town, I think, was always saying that the government is figuring how they can take as much of this money as possible for themselves and the GLP party. That is what the whole Naira bill is about. Taking this money and going to prison for it.
The next thing, the nationwide.
Yes.
Tyrone. Big Tootsie. He's the one on nationwide constantly calling for Angela Brownberg to apologize. Tyrone. Every time he come on. Big Tootsie. But keep up the good work.
You know, talking about that, Colin, and we're not in the business of basically, spreading rumors or anything.
All right,
but
go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, I was saying that we're not in the business of spreading rumor, but just by way of what we have seen a circulation within the space, and it seems to be getting some traction. As it relates to things that may be happening at that outfit there that the caller just mentioned. You saw it?
Which one again? Oh, down at the place there? Oh,
yeah.
See what someone go around from where they about low income and people get pee and blah. That's what you're talking about?
Yes.
I've seen that a couple of times. I don't know if it's factual or somebody put that together. Nowadays, you have to take most things you see on social media with a grain of salt.
Absolutely. And frankly speaking, I hope that if they're even having issues with finances and so on, I hope that will work itself through, and they will continue to be a part of the media landscape. Because I don't.
I will tell you that they will not fail based on the government need for such an outfit to carry their narrative and build the narrative, they will not be allowed to fail.
Mm-hmm. Too big to fail in that regard.
Too important.
Too
I don't
important.
think of the big. Too important.
Too important.
Too
Yes,
critical an arm of the GLP to fail.
Agreed.
Let's go to another caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Morning, Colin.
Morning.
Morning to Obi.
Good morning, my friend.
But no, I didn't see the conference still on a Spanish tone.
Yeah, you are the man. Yeah, man. Speak of the devil and he arrive in Obi.
No devil.
Speak of the man.
All right, so no devil around here.
Speak of the man.
Speak of the man. Them say when you talk about somebody and them turn up right away, they're going to live till your son them. So you're not dead now.
All right. I'm going to paint a picture with Andrew on it. You ever know a bad man with thief, rob, and do everything and get rich, and then one night he take my passport and crusade and get saved?
Yes.
And then none way in thief, and so he not give back.
He not give back, he keep it same way.
No. But he know say I'm a Christian.
Yes, sir.
But Andrew that he not give back nothing, so no can stay there talk.
Give back, Andrew? Give back?
He not give back nothing and he not stop nothing where he do because he see benefit. But he put himself in a position where he can't do him nothing again.
Yes, he must fix the law. He's legislating this level of criminality is being legislated.
But remember, me tell you, say the very same thing when Marlene fit doing fi change the constitution in do it a different way this time.
Yes.
And the same thing they mean a Marlene bill where he can't be prosecuted, can't be arrested, you know. Them they in there, you know. So all him do is attack it from a different angle. Because him decide him have to get away with all the window.
Yes. They must fix it.
That is the name, you know, man. I know nothing about no country. The next little thing I'm going to call about. All right, you notice that when you not talk about years and repair, remember, you know, man, them pass the years already, you know. Remember, my man go for and go say 90% of who get damage get help already, you know. And you the 10% when you get help of who no bank account and all these things, you know, they send the money to, you know. Remember that man do in one press conference and go for and go about 2-3 weeks ago.
But they use bank account to give about the money. No, some place you have to go collect the money and have to
no,
get all
but
the one
about a PR code. They spend millions of dollars set up one PR code system where they claim say your money out, so you don't need no bank account or nothing. Because you have to go to the hardware up in your phone. Find your PR code, match it with the one where then send to that man, then you get your things. And that the man say, you know, that this is the problem with me with this man, you know. Then can't say the same thing twice, you know. And then say, yes, so.
Somebody says it's a QR code, it's not a PR code.
Yeah, QR. Yeah, it's right, it's QR code.
So them can't do them not consistent with their lie. Then every 10 step. Remember, say Edland Bartlett tell us no for A here B and B now go have no tax.
He might get flagging on social media. Ever scroll you see me, no man.
Remember him come out and call with liar and mischief maker and everything.
Yes, man,
you know?
I say a rubbish. And then
these are the problem
and
with
then
this man, yeah, man.
And then hold on. In the
But you know
videos of the morning like Nicodemus.
But Colin, you know what that alone. You know that alone.
Hold on, caller. Go ahead.
You know that alone warrants the resignation of Minister Bartlett?
Of course. And that's why Marlene Malawufo should resign too. She said GPS I get 450 million from the multilaterals. And that no matter what price oil reach, the Jamaican government can deal with it.
Not Marlene.
Fieval Williams me a chat. Fieval Williams me a chat about.
But you know, see them chief financialist telling say I give away money. You know, see interview.
How you mean with the man? The one that they set up?
The man. No man, he wanna pay you with the man.
Damian King.
Damian King, yeah. No,
Yeah, Damian King no ask him. Remember Damian asking, put him in a corner, you know. He said, what percentage you going to pay back? He said 5.5%. He said, what is the intention, you think inflation will go over the next year? He said 5.5.
No, 7 point
So
something.
say, that means that means that free money you give man.
Yeah,
you
that means
like
the loan
a
free.
like that.
You
Yeah,
see it.
can no money. By the time you pay back, you don't bet nothing for your money. You can't drive you can't buy an extra meal.
The man say, I want a loan like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I think I still have it. That's
Yeah,
something
man.
that I caught.
So, and she did that skin her teeth. It's the one company we have, and we had to do it, and we have to.
Go on, man. May I listen to you?
Yeah, man. Me go there now, man. So you can get next.
All right, brother. Give thanks. Obi.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Boy, Colin, we're in serious trouble. We're in serious trouble, and as I said earlier, Colin, is that we understand exactly the game plan of this wholeness-led administration. They will come to the parliament with all these bills, as egregious as they are, and they will ram them home with their simple majority, upper and lower house of parliament. And that will be the order of the day. The people, and of course the opposition, the parliamentary opposition, will now have to flex their muscle and change the game plan. And the people will now have to be calling from outside the walls of the parliament to basically put that pressure on the government for them to stop doing these things. Because what happened in Okale, there come, as I said to a gentleman in the taxi association, they come every day and them talk all sort of this and that and so on and crying. And I said to him that, listen, you guys are one of the major player within the economy. Use your power. Use your power to get answer. Because without you using your power in this country, you're not going to get anywhere. The man them basically master the plan, Colin, to say, listen, we operate on a 9-day wonder thing. So
Yeah,
we
man.
come and we run with mouth and things like that. Huh?
Just hold it for 9 days and it will go away.
Man. And things like that. So, my brother, always a pleasure talking to you. Remind our listeners to join me tomorrow, 9 o'clock, and Sleek Radio 93 FM, and also on the Conrad OB, the Fireman YouTube channel. Of course, I'm there Mondays to Thursday from 9 until 12 midday, where we speak truth to power, no matter who the guy is. God bless you, my friend, and keep up the good work.
One love. That was Conrad O'Brien. We have the final call on the line, but I want to play this clip here where the caller just started about with Damian King Funo. So you can hear this.
$24 billion is a huge chunk of change.
Okay.
And Jamaica Public Service is a private company.
But it is our only electricity generating company en masse.
Okay, what are the
so
terms?
what would be the alternative?
Okay, what are the terms?
It's a 5-year loan, 5.5% interest rate. And if you get to that
5.5%?
Yes.
I'd like to get a loan like that.
Because, you know what? No, hold on. No. I'm glad you raised that. No, Damian.
Hold on.
Damian, I'm glad you raised that.
So the forecast for inflation of the CPI is 5.1%. So the nominal interest rate is the same as the rate of inflation, which means in real terms, the loan is free.
All right. So, Damian, JPS is our only electricity generation company en masse, right? There are other people who have solar and whatever, but for the country, it's a regulated company. Its profits are regulated. All of its costs have to be borne by the user.
It's out favor. Let's go to my final call before we close the show this morning. We're closing on time this morning. We have other engagements. Caller, good evening. Good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. Caller?
Colin. Yes, good morning.
Morning, go right ahead.
Yes, I have to push back on the narrative that Mark Golding must stand up, the PNP must stand up, the opposition must do this. The collective opposition are the people of Jamaica. It comprises the PSOJ, the civic society, the churches, every Jamaican, the teachers, the police, the nurses, every public sector worker whose lives are being affected. And we cannot take the weight off the shoulders of those persons who sold their votes for $5,000. Those persons who did not go out and vote, those persons who saw the PNP's manifesto and pretended that it did not exist, and then is asking the question, what did the PNP say? They were out there all the time putting forward a manifesto for a better Jamaica. And so the weight cannot be on the opposition, they are given the information, dissecting it. When are the people of Jamaica going to take some responsibility onto their shoulders and stand up? Because it's not only 28 people are affected. And it cannot be only their role. It has to be a collective opposition which has real power. And again, we talk about the mace. When the whole of Jamaica is Nara is going to destroy Jamaica, right? But there's a saying, and I'm going to leave with this: an offense will come, but woe unto the one who caused it. What was the cause and what was the effect? That is it. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, caller. Let me thank all the callers this morning. Thanks, Obi, for joining us. Give thanks to all the subscribers and the followers and viewers. If you have not yet subscribed to Portland Spice TV, we invite you to subscribe, like, and share the channel. Become a Portland Spice ambassador by just telling people about the channel. Invite them to come on and watch the programs and be a part. Call in and share your views as we build voices to defend Jamaica. We are here to uphold and defend the Constitution of Jamaica, to defend the rights of the Jamaican people. Yeah, man. And to ensure that we have a country that the benefit comes to all Jamaican, not just a few who are connected. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock for the Colin Bell Show. One love, my people. Peace be with you. Yeah, man. Blessings. One love.